how was I able to 10x our minimum level of engagement from 1,000 to 10,000? Now we're working on projects much higher than that, but it was really that chasm of 1,000 to 10,000 that I had to break before I could get higher paying clients. And for us, it was a 6-month process. Most of it was mindset, but there was a lot of like practical things that I had to do. And one of the things that I learned was my coach. He taught me imagine what rolling out the red carpet would look like. And let me just ask you. So if you had, let's just say, a dream client, they had the budget, but budget's not an issue, so don't even think about money. How would you want to serve them? Like from the first meeting, what would that look like with the first meeting? And then after that first meeting, who would you hire to help serve them? I mean, talk a little bit about that.
So it was a lot of visualization. So he's saying, I'm assuming they were talking about the power of visualization and visualizing,
So let's just pretend right now with you. Let's say a dream client comes to you, they want, this amazing project, and sky's the limit for your creative capacity to do whatever they want, whether it's a commercial or any kind of creative project or any kind of social media, whatever you want to do, sky's the limit. Who are the types of people you would bring on your team? And I'm literally asking you, like, what would you do?
So I love working with any clients in the health and wellness sector, just because I have that nutrition degree, and so that's always been something that's been a part of my life. Like, I love anything that has to do with helping someone be their best self from the inside out, anything like that. Those are the clients I love working with. So I guess from the get-go, I just think of, okay, I want a good meeting with good people that are good to work with, understand that they have a vision, they're willing to go outside of their boundaries and outside of their box. They don't have this one path mindset that, well, we've been doing this and this works. No, they're like, hey, we're bringing everything to the table and we trust in you to just take us to the next level. So I would visualize, that's going to be the first thing. And then if we're going into service, are we going into services or how are we?
So okay. For us, our process is we onboard the client. So we have an initial meeting with them, and then we do a discovery session. And so for us, discovery is like a big process. And so I'll just give you an example of what I dreamt up, right? So rolling out the red carpet for my clients would be the first time they meet us, we're meeting in a nice office. I'm buying them high quality coffee or lunch or snacks or whatever, and they come in and they're having a nice first meeting, great first impression. After that, we sign the contract and we schedule discovery. Discovery is held in a nice facility, a nice venue. I bring in whatever refreshments and snacks I want to for however many people. Let's say there's 15 people in the room I'm doing discovery for. I am able to work on a solid strategy for about 2 weeks, and I'm not coming up with a strategy on my own. I'm bringing in greater minds than myself to speak to marketing. So I'm hiring a marketing strategist. I'm hiring a graphic designer to come up with some design comps. I'm hiring a copywriter to give me some messaging samples. And then I produce this beautiful, amazing strategy and I present it to them. And everybody's, round of applause, everybody's happy. And then when it comes time to execute, for me, we'll just say website. I'm able to hire the best photographers to get the images that I want to work with. I'm able to hire a good video production team. I'm able to hire copywriters that can write amazing marketing copy, and I'm just kind of orchestrating all that. And so I was just dreaming about like all these things about like, man, this is the ideal type of project that I'd want to serve. And then he asked me, my coach, he says, okay, what would that cost? What would that cost you to do? And I was like, oh crap, that would cost a lot. And I was trying doing the math, and he's like, okay, well that should be your minimum level of engagement. And so to serve people the way you want to serve them, charge them the way you want to charge them, or flip around, charge people the way you want to serve them. And so that like kind of changed my mind. I was like, man, I was really trying to save my clients money when they weren't asking me to save them money. They were asking me to produce something amazing for them, and I was trying to like cut corners to try to save them a buck or two. And so it was a mindset of like, okay, what I do is worth it, and the way I want to serve people costs this much money. And so that was the mindset thing for myself.
Cool. And I'll be treated like a tool. So don't be